Welcome to the Bitcoin update. So on the daily, there's no much to see here. On this range, we created a lower low, right? So we broke that range on the daily, but we kind of have a little support from a 4-hour interior candle. We did not came down to this previous range, so I'm just kind of going to watch some lower time frames here. That's what really important. Come on, trading view. So on the 4-hour, we got a little bounce on this 4-hour untested candle, right? We still have some interior 4-hour candles, 1 year, but this is a greedier one. So we might still come here and have a little bounce. So it doesn't even go to the body of the candle, it just bounces on the wick. So that's kind of rejecting going down, right? So on this little range, well, previous, just go here. We have a 4-hour range trend here, range downtrend, and as you can see on this point here, we were kind of getting away from the trend. We weren't able to test the trend, and the price just breaks down. So in this range, on the 4-hour, I think I need to mark some levels here, at least on the bottom. On the top, we have a 4-hour candle here. We tested that on the last 8 hours. So I'm just gonna grab this one to the bottom. This 4-hour here is kind of untested, at least the body here. The wick, it kind of was tested here on this candle, so I'm gonna mark the body, it's the greedier point. And as you can see, we are kind of laddering up. We have a volley here, as you can see, a V here. This is the backside. It doesn't even test the backside, so we might still come down to this point and have a bounce. I'm gonna keep these two, the greedier point here and the backside there. So we also can see a clearly ladder here. It's laddering up for sure on this range, right? It had an untested candle here on a 4, but not on a 1 hour. On a 1 hour, this one, it's kind of a higher candle. This one was tested, right? This one was tested by this one, so this was kind of the last. Even this one was tested multiple times here, so we are probably going to the body or this polarity level. That's probably the one that got rejected. So we still did not attack the top, and we still have 1 hour a kind of untested body. The wick is kind of tested here. Let me just mark this as a 1 hour. So the wick was tested here. We have the body. I'm gonna keep the body, and this can create another range. So we have a 1 hour range downtrend here. It's kind of well, not flat, but as you can see, we have the creation here, the continuation here, and we are now trying to break that. If we break that, I'm not really sure we are going to hold any of these levels. I can delete this 15. We have polarity here that can still reject. This one was already rejected one time here, and with this one we came down at 3.4%. So if we don't see another rejection on this polarity level, we are probably going to break up. If we break up this polarity, it's either going to attack the next range. I'm not really sure it's going to be this one or the top here. Okay, so before that we need to break up. On the bottom, I think we can create also a range uptrend. Let me check that. It's probably on a 1 hour. There's nothing on a 4, I believe. We might have something here. 4 hour. Let me turn that into yellow. So nothing on the bottom. Let me go to the 1 hour, and we are probably going to have some kind of trend here. Let me just check this. This was broken. It wasn't even kind of tested here. It just broke. Well, I'm not really sure because we had a really good back testing on the trend. So this can be a good trend, but it's just a controller trend, not like a range trend that's going to have a big reaction, right? So yeah, it's more like a controller trend. Let's see, because we don't have a test candle here, so we don't have a tested candle here. We might have a better trend to something like this here, and if we adapt that, okay, we have a good trend here, right? So let me delete this. This is more like a range trend, just a 1 hour, uh, just to kind of control this little range, okay? Because this one it's much bigger. We still have an untested candle here, as I said before, so we can still come down to the candle here and create a trend on the bottom. So I'm gonna keep this one just because we got a really good reaction here. It's probably on a trend, maybe some tested candle here, maybe polarity here, okay? So not really important, it's just for you guys to understand how I create the trends. So there's also trends inside trends, right? And on the 4, as you can see, this is kind of not created the range. On the 4, this is kind of good on the downtrend, because we probably have a creation here, and as you can see, it's almost the same as the 1 hour. But on the 4, we cannot create a trend here, at least for me, because on the bottom we always use the blue candles, and on the top always use the white. So on the daily, I think it's still not a good move, okay? But we need to understand what happens in the market. A lot of people, oh, come on, TradingView. Okay, sorry. So a lot of people were liquidated or stopped on this range here, right? And even with this big fall, a lot of people bought here, and those that have big lots of money that bought here can easily uh, move the price and break our previous levels, because almost every level here is tested, right? We have polarity, of course, that can still hold the price down. On a 1 hour, one tested candle. On a 4, I didn't mark that, but we have a 4 hour untested candle here. Okay, we have a lot of levels there. I don't want to go there. They are all tested. I believe polarity here is good. I believe polarity here is good. But we need to understand how long is it going to take, because if we kind of stay in this range for a long time and we break the trend, right? Probably none of these levels here are going to hold, because we are already breaking the trend. So we break the trend, normally we break all the previous levels that created the trend, and on the bottom it is the same, right? So we don't have well, we probably have some kind of range trend here, but I don't really want to go there, because first we need to test here, and we can still hold the 4 hour here, right? So we can still create the trends on the bottom, trends. But for now, let's just see what Bitcoin is going to create on this little range, and try to understand if it's going to break up to attack the top here, or if it's going to break down, or even holding this. So these are my levels, all right, guys. I believe I said everything about them. We don't need this one here, sorry. I hope you guys liked, and see you guys on the next video. Thank you.